When you aren't present, life feels like it's just passing you by and everything feels uninspiring. But as soon as you take a look around, you realize that there is something extraordinary in all the mundane moments if you allow it to, by just being present. Hi, the times where I've been the happiest, in retrospect, I've realized all the times where I've been the most present, and I feel like that's where nostalgia comes in. It's because when you were a child, you were more present because you weren't constantly bombarded with notifications and things on your phone, watching things, constantly being stimulated. And I find that presence in the moment is what makes life more fulfilling, and it will lead you to be happier. And I've just had this epiphany lately, and I've just been really trying to zone in on being present as much as I can throughout my day-to-day life. I've been much more happier recently because I've been applying these things to my life, and I know that they will help you be much more present, intentional, mindful, and just be happier with your life while just enjoying it and still doing things that aren't that rewarding, like scrolling on your phone, but you can still do it. So these are things that I do every single day that really help me be more mindful in my everyday life. I've realized that younger me lived in the present moment, and that's why she was happier, and that's what I've been applying to my life recently, and I'm back to her. So one thing that steals your presence and your mindfulness is multitasking. And multitasking is great, and habit stacking is great and all, but I have found that when you are doing all these things, you aren't really fully present or zoning in on one thing at a specific time because you're trying to do everything at once. And I still multitask, but one thing that I've been doing is monotasking. I prioritize monotasking at least 1 to 3 times a day. I have to monotask on something, but you can do it as much or as little as you can, but preferably as much as you can. And monotasking is just focusing on one task at a time. Like when you're eating, focus on eating. When you're cleaning, focus on cleaning. And that's where meditation comes in. I feel like with meditation, you're focusing on your breath, and that is monotasking at its finest. So really monotask as much as you can, and I do this every single day. And what I think the benefits are is that you are being fully present, you aren't doing this and then that, because I still multitask, maybe listen to music while cleaning sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes. But I feel I'm going to be present in one or the other. Like you're going to be present with the music, then your attention shifts towards cleaning, then music. It's not simultaneously on both things. I have found that even when you think you are multitasking, you aren't really multitasking. You're just shifting your focus between tasks very fast, and it feels like you're multitasking, but you aren't. Things which will make you more present, like reading, eating, cleaning, small things like these, or even just walking without listening to something. Just do the thing and be present in it, and do this at least once a day if you're starting out with it, and you will reap the benefits of monotasking. Now, whenever you are in a bad mood, regulate your nervous system immediately rather than trying to put it off till a later moment, because then it will be worse. So one thing that I do to regulate my nervous system and to be more present and in the moment is doing deep breaths and meditation. So if I just need something quick I just do some deep breaths, like maybe 5 to 10, but 3 is also sufficient, I found. And just really breathe in and out through your nose and out, and hold the breath for at least 7 seconds. I would say I do the 4 7 8 method of breathing when I want to really calm myself and be more present. And I found that doing this at least 3 to 7 times for a short period of time, if I just really need something and I can't meditate right now, I do deep breaths. Just slow down your breath even, and just relax your muscles also, because I find that when you are tense, your mood will also reflect that, but when you are relaxed, your mood will also reflect you being calm. Meditate if you can in the morning and at night, but if you need something like a pick me up during the day because you feel stressed now and you can't go and do a meditation session, take deep breaths and just work on that, and you will find that even 3 slow deep breaths are enough for you to feel calm and just be more present in the moment. And the aim of doing this is to center yourself back in the present, because whenever you aren't present, it's usually because you are in the past or the future too much, and you're stressing or worrying or just thinking too much about that, so you aren't present. So really, when I think about mindfulness, I just think about being here now and not worrying about the future or the past. So really center yourself in that and just bring yourself back to the present by doing these simple things like deep breaths. It doesn't even take long, like 1 minute, and you're calm again. Now, the last habit that I constantly do on a regular basis, especially when I'm with other people, is to really listen to people and not just hear them and let it go over your head, and to really be present in the moment with no distractions. And what I mean by this is no phone when you're talking to other people or listening to them, or they're just ranting. Really listen to them. And also, I feel like people think that your phone can be the only source of distraction when you're with other people, but that's not the case. Even hobbies like reading, crocheting, because you're so busy crocheting or reading that you are kind of not really listening to the other person because you're focusing on this thing so much. But there are moments where you are just going to want to focus on that, but for the majority of the time, try to listen to people when they converse with you and be present with them. And I find that this also directly goes into your hobbies and being more present while doing them. So that could be while reading, not listening to music, or not being in a room where the TV is also playing or any other kind of stimuli is taking place. So you are really focusing on reading and being present in your book. Or even when you're watching a movie, if you do that, really watch the movie and don't go on your phone while watching the movie. I don't understand why people do that. Like, then you might as well not watch a movie. Really focus on concentrating on one thing at a time, and you will just see your mind will start to rewire itself, where you just crave doing one thing at a time, and can still do two things or multitask at a time, but just doing one thing at a time, there's nothing better, I found. So really listen to people when you are talking with other people or in a conversation with them. This will also bring you to the present moment, and it will just make everything more meaningful in your relationships with other people. If it's not important, there's no reason to be on your phone while you are talking with your friend or your family members or whoever. I just don't feel like you need to be on your phone. So really focus on what's in front of you rather than seeking out things on your phone to entertain you while there's a real person in front of you. So these are just some simple habits that I incorporate every single day that make me more mindful and present when I'm alone as well as when I'm with other people. And really do try at least one of these things because they will help you be more present and just feel more like your childlike self, and it will also just make you find that life is still very beautiful and you don't have to constantly think about childhood memories to feel something and to feel nostalgic about the past, because you can create nostalgic moments still. So that's all, and I wish you well, and bye.